Welcome to the John W. Pope Jr. Convocation Center on the campus of Campbell University, where tonight the Campbell University Fighting Camels at 8-6, 3-2 in the Big South, take on the Buccaneers of Charleston Southern at 4-9, 1-4 in conference play. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our perch above Gilbert Craig Gore Arena. I'm Bill Priestley, and it's great to have you with us. You've heard the expression, right place at the right time. Well, that can be no more evident in terms of describing Campbell's basketball season so far. It was an early season loss that's be the right tonic at the right time for this team to run off their next 4 wins. But an inability to rather knock off teams in the last 5 minutes of the game left Campbell wanting against Elon as they fell in that game up in Burlington, North Carolina. And that led to a string of games where Campbell is just 1-4 in their last 5. Now this team is playing well defensively, though they're not playing well offensively, as was the case earlier in the year. A bit of inconsistency the coach, Wanda Watkins, wants to get rid of. They're playing a 1-4 Charleston Southern team this evening that may be in the right place at the right time for Campbell, and that is absolutely no disrespect to the Buccaneers whatsoever. This is a team that right now is 1-4 in conference play, but catching the Fighting Camels at the right time. Led by Anicia Dotson and Erin Bratcher, 2 players that average about 12.5 points. They're surrounded by a host. Very good team, whether with 2 teams that really need a win in conference play. Well, earlier this week I got a chance to talk with Coach Southern, more importantly, on how she thinks she can get this team back in gear after losing 4 of their last 5.
Please contact the Campbell Athletics ticket office at 910-893-1325.
Budget firing on all cylinders, you know, and I think we had some people in the A&T game who played well, you know, players like Rosalind Presley come to mind, who was 6 for 9 from the floor in that game, and Rashawn Edwards, who played a very good floor game in the game against North Carolina A&T and went in and instantly made things happen for our basketball team. But I think it's going to be really important as we approach our remaining conference games that we realize what we have to play for. We've got everything in the world to play for. It's a tight race. Every night's going to be important, and we can't have 1 or 2 players letting down and not giving it, 100% at all times. So we're going to need to be clicking on all cylinders and not be out of gear, is what I meant by that. And I thought, I just think that it's so vital that we get hungry and play hungry and we out-scrap, and, those are all things that are vitally important in conference play.
Going up against Charleston Southern, this is a team that's had an up-and-down year for the most part. Lost to Asheville by 15, but beat Radford by 20. They're one conference win of the year. They're going to throw up a lot of 3-point shots, but at the same time, they've got a force down low, Anicia Dotson, 22 points against Radford, 27 against Longwood most recently. How do you control and contain this Buccaneer offense?
Well, I tell you, they've got great weapons on the perimeter in 3-point shooters. And in addition to that, Dotson is so impressive because of her versatility. She does a lot of things for their basketball team. She can shoot the 3, she can penetrate and drive. Can't get too close to her. And we're going to have to do a good defensive job against her. We've got to find the happy medium ground with Dotson, and we can't get too close and allow penetration. At the same time, we can't back way off because she can take the 3 and knock the 3 ball in as well. So good versatility in Dotson. She reminds me a lot of Kara Gaines, who does a lot of things for our basketball team, and she's extremely quick. Sort of a mid-sized post player, kind of like Rosalind Presley for us as well, and can be dangerous if left unloose.
I know that you mentioned offensive efficiency has basically been the key word for the past couple of games now. As people watch the game tonight, what can they look for to see that that's starting to be maintained?
Well, I think, consistency scoring in the paint. We need to be much better than a 50% shooting team in the paint during a basketball game. We got to knock in all of our chippies as much as possible. And then when you can do that, it gives you momentum. And we create a lot of shots for ourselves a lot of times through our defensive effort. And if you don't make those shots, it can kill your momentum too. So I think that's going to be important for us to knock those chippies in and to play with a lot of heart defensively to create some of those shots for ourselves.
Coach Glenn against the Buccaneers tonight.
Thank you so much, Bill.
It's bow time at Bojangles. Our big bow box is large enough to smuggle the other team's mascot. But you didn't hear that from us. Feed the whole group with a 12-piece super tailgate special. You'll get 12 pieces of perfectly seasoned chicken, 6 made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits, 3 picnic fixins, and a half-gallon of Bojangles' legendary iced tea. Hit your tailgating party with the 12-piece super tailgate special. Bojangles, it's bow time.
S&S Entertainment is a local company that provides inflatables, concessions, games, and more for birthday parties, company picnics, school events, and church outreach programs. If you would like more information, log on to their website at snsentertainment.com or call 910-890-6339. S&S Entertainment, making Campbell game day even more memorable.
Carly C's IGA has always been a proud supporter of Campbell University and the Fighting Camels, and Carly C's IGA is also proud of all 16 hometown communities their stores serve. Located in Harnett, Johnson, Cumberland, Wayne, Durham, and Wake counties, you'll find that Carly C's IGA is big enough to serve you, yet small enough to know you. Stop by one of our 16 locations and you'll see why we always say, better meats, friendlier service, hometown proud. That's my Carly C's IGA.
Do you have questions about your eyesight but don't know where to find the answers? MyEyesOptometry.com has great videos and other information about services we provide. Call them today to set up your appointment at 919-814-2020 or request an appointment online at MyEyesOptometry.com.
Come see us at Precision Ford, where you can expect more and get more. We're located at 945 North Main Street in Lillington. We have a huge selection of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles for you to choose from, and we service all makes and models. Bring in your Campbell ID and receive a $19.95 oil change. Visit us on the web at PrecisionFord.com. That's Precision Ford, just before the bridge in Lillington. Welcome back here to Gilbert Craig Gore Arena, and Big South basketball as Campbell takes on Charleston Southern tonight here from the John W. Hope Jr. Convocation Center. Bill Priestley here with you courtside. The series between these two teams a bit one-sided. Campbell leads the series 26-1, and that one loss that Charleston Southern got was a rather important one. That was Campbell's first game in the Big South tournament since returning to the Big South 2 years ago in 2012. It was the 25th attempt Wanda Watkins had to defeat Charleston Southern, and of course didn't happen then, and it ended Campbell's season. So the two teams back together here now for the 28th time as Campbell looks to get the win over the Buccaneers of Charleston Southern. Again, Campbell comes in at 8-6, 3-2 in the conference. Charleston Southern 4-9, 1-4 in the conference, and both teams looking up right now at a log jam at the top. A big night of Big South basketball here with a few really good matchups. We'll catch up on those as the evening wears on, but we will take a short break and come back with starting lineups here from Bowie's Creek, North Carolina. It's Campbell and Charleston Southern, here on the Big South Network, presented by State Farm.
It's bow time at Bojangles. Our big bow box is large enough to smuggle the other team's mascot. But you didn't hear that from us. Feed the whole group with a 12-piece super tailgate special. You'll get 12 pieces of perfectly seasoned chicken, 6 made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits, 3 picnic fixins, and a half-gallon of Bojangles' legendary iced tea. Hit your tailgating party with the 12-piece super tailgate special. Bojangles, it's bow time!
S&S Entertainment is a local company that provides inflatables, concessions, games, and more for birthday parties, company picnics, school events, and church outreach programs. If you would like more information, log on to their website at snsentertainment.com or call 910-890-6339. S&S Entertainment, making Campbell Game Day even more memorable.
Carly C's IGA has always been a proud supporter of Campbell University and the Fighting Camels, and Carly C's IGA is also proud of all 16 hometown communities their stores serve. Located in Harnett, Johnson, Cumberland, Wayne, Durham, and Wake counties, you'll find that Carly C's IGA is big enough to serve you, yet small enough to know you. Stop by one of our 16 locations and you'll see why we always say, better meats, friendlier service, hometown proud. That's my Carly C's IGA.
Do you have questions about your eyesight but don't know where to find the answers? MyEyesOptometry.com has great videos and other information about services we provide. Call them today to set up your appointment at 919-814-2020 or request an appointment online at MyEyesOptometry.com. Come see us at Precision Ford, where you can expect more and get more. We're located at 945 North Main Street in Lillington. We have a huge selection of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles for you to choose from, and we service all makes and models. Bring in your Campbell ID and receive a $19.95 oil change. Visit us on the web at PrecisionFord.com. That's Precision Ford, just before the bridge in Lillington. Back here in Bowie's Creek, North Carolina, as the Charleston Southern team has been announced, and Campbell University waiting for their intro video to come through on the, and it's starting now, of course, on the video board. Let's give you the starting lineups for this one. First for Charleston Southern, Erin Bratcher. Obviously a starter there, senior 5'9" out of Raleigh, North Carolina, Ravenscroft High School, a local product, and she averages about 12.5 points per game. She'll be joined in the backcourt by senior DJ Fowler, 5'8", senior from Newark, New Jersey. She actually leads the nation in steals per game at 3.77. She'll also be joined there by Alyssa Mann, a 5'8" redshirt freshman guard out of Bradenton, Florida. And then Monique Maximilian, a 6'3" center out of Coconut Creek, Florida. And then, of course, Anicia Dotson, the senior forward from Central South Carolina, again averaging about 12.5 points per game. The Buccaneers are coached by Fred Applin, assisted by Annette Alston and Megan Austin. And the trainer is Jonathan Wood. For Campbell University, the starters look this way. Dee Brown's going to get the start for Campbell University, the transfer from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. She'll be joined in the backcourt by Rayshawn Edwards, the redshirt sophomore out of Spring Grove, Virginia. The 3, as has always been the entire year, played by Kiara Gaines, again from Mechanicsville, Virginia, a graduate of West Point High School. And then underneath, 2 familiar faces, Rosalind Presley, number 25, of course, out of Petersburg, Virginia, and Ashley James gets the start for Campbell, the 6'1" senior out of Austin, Texas. It's going to be a Round Rock, Texas, I should say, just north of Austin, Texas, I should say. Just about set for the opening tip. Again, Campbell will be going from your right to left as you watch. Charleston Southern from your left to right, dressed in their away blue uniforms with gold trim, white numerals.
Campbell in their traditional home white uniforms, orange lettering and black trim. Getting final instructions from their respective coaches as Campbell makes its way out onto the floor. Again, these two teams have met 27 times. Campbell's won 26 of them, and the one loss, a painful one, the first round of the 2012 Big South Tournament. That year was held at High Point University. So it's James had to open it up, and she tips it straight to Alston, who sprints out and gets the opening bucket of the game. And Charleston Southern leads 2-0. And Charleston Southern backs up into a zone defense. That pass off the fingertips of Roz Presley out of bounds, and quickly Charleston Southern with an early break off the tip and an early turnover and a chance to make this a two-possession game very early. Alston with the opening bucket. Charleston Southern comes into this game on a 3-game losing streak, losing last January 4th at Longwood as the 3 is launched on the way. That's good from Erin Bratcher. She's got 3, and immediately Charleston Southern is out 5-0. This is a team that's going to shoot a lot of 3-point shots, and certainly led by Bratcher as that pass goes from James, tipped out of bounds by Charleston Southern. It'll be Campbell basketball. Bratcher, again, averaging about 12.5 points per game. She shoots 28% from outside the three-point arc, but has launched 122 bombs this year. So she will shoot it quite a bit as that pass from Rachel Edwards is kicked. No, I believe we're going to get a foul. Was that a foul? No. Thought he had signaled numbers as Edwards tries to get that into Presley. Goes off her fingertips and is taken away by Fowler. Again, Fowler leading the nation in steals as she goes to Alston, who goes over Rachel Edwards. That's an offensive foul. And Alston gets her first personal and the team's first here in the opening half. 5-0 as Charleston Southern leads over Campbell. Coach Wanda Watkins said earlier this week, and they gave the team Tuesday off after the loss at North Carolina A&T on Monday night, just thinking that the team was trying too hard and putting a little bit too much pressure on itself. They came back and they had one of their best practices yesterday as that shot from Kiara Gaines goes long, missing everything. Edwards fires from 20. That's no good. Presley with the offensive board puts that up, and that's no good. Rebound taken by Dee Brown, and she'll sprint it back out. That one did touch the rim, so the shot clock resets. Watkins said they had their best practice of the year. Brown launches a 3 and hits. 5-3. As Fowler brings it up the floor, and she'll see that half-court trap that Campbell likes to employ with Kiara Gaines up top. Going to get a kick ball, and that will give the ball back to Charleston Southern with 20 seconds on the shot clock. And both these teams really in need of a win in the conference, as that pass goes down inside for Maximilian. And the foul is going to be called there on Ashley James. It's going to be her first, team's first for Campbell. 17:56 left here in the opening half. Fowler, nice crossover. Bratcher for 3, good. She's 2 for 2 from downtown. And the lead back up to 5, 8-3. In favor of the Buccaneers as Brown gets it across the midcourt strike. Here we go again from Brown. That one's short, and Fowler with the rebound. Alston will try a 3. That's off the mark. Brown with the rebound off the tip from Edwards. Charleston Southern playing a zone defense. Both teams having gone there before as James goes down low, finds Presley, misses the short one. The second attempt is also no good, but she'll go to the line for 2. Foul there looks like it's going to be on Dotson. That may be her second. It is her second, and that's going to cause Fred Applin to go to his bench early here as he'll bring in Rochelle Brophy, the 6'3" freshman, as she sprints to the scorer's table, coming in momentarily. Presley to the line for 2. And hits the first. Brophy into the game, a 6'3" freshman out of Greenville, South Carolina, J.L. Mann High School. As Presley back to the stripe for her second attempt. And that one's up and good. Campbell back within 3, 8-5. Still, of course, very early here in Bowie's Creek. Fowler will get it across the midcourt stripe and again deal with that trap. Bratcher back up top to Mann. Now to the 3 on the way, and that's off the mark from Fowler. Rebound goes to Gaines. And she will put the brakes on. Presley down low, finds James. Turnaround jumper, no good. And the rebound to Fowler. Mann up the far side. Campbell going back to the man-to-man defense here. Started several games really almost exclusively employing zone defense. 3-pointer on the way. That is good off of the arm of DJ Fowler, and it's 11-5 as the lead grows to 6. Largest lead of the game here for Charleston Southern. Presley driving. Puts that off the glass and good. Presley here in the early going with 4. Bratcher for 3 again. That one's off the mark, and Presley with the rebound. Edwards wanted to throw it long and just decided to pull it back at the last second. Now she goes down low, finds James for the turnaround jumper, and that one goes home. Campbell back within 2 now, 11-9. This is a team, Campbell, that is just looking for that offensive efficiency as Fowler puts a thumb down as she calls the play out front. Goes up top to Brophy. Brophy tries to throw that to the corner to Bratcher. Picked off by Brown. Wants to drive. That pass knocked away and cleared out by Maximilian. .1450 to go left here in this first half as we've gone a while without a dead ball. That pass knocked away. As soon as I say that, pass knocked out of bounds off Rayshawn Edwards, but right into the upper thigh of Coach Wanda Watkins. We go to our first media timeout. Charleston Southern leads 11-9 here on the Big South Network.
Hello, beautiful. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hi, Anthony. How much does my discount double check save me?
About $150.
Done.
I don't have State Farm, but insurance, find me money.
I got you $1. Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you with unexpected savings. That's getting to a better state.
See your local State Farm agent to help you with unexpected savings.
These buns aren't baking in a factory or at a McDonald's, Burger King, or Wendy's. There's only one place to get them. Introducing Fresh Baked Buns. Baked fresh in restaurant. Served on third-pound thick burgers with 100% Black Angus beef. Only at Hardee's.
Back here in Bowie's Creek, North Carolina, a reminder, folks, BigSouthSports.com is the source for all your conference information, news, results, and so much more, plus video on the Big South Network, presented by State Farm. Now with all events streamed free and available on all your mobile devices. All this and more at BigSouthSports.com. 11-9 here, the score here in the early going as Charleston Southern leads by 2. Leading scorers so far, Rosalind Presley has 4, Dee Brown with 3, and Ashley James with 2 for Campbell. For Charleston Southern, Bratcher with a couple of threes has 6 points. Fowler with a 3 herself has 3 points, and then Dodson with a bucket gives Charleston Southern 11 points so far. If there is a storyline here in the early going, it's that Anisha Dodson has 2 fouls here in the early going. So let's see how that issue plays out as Presley fires down low, and was looking for Ashley James. It's not there. The 11-9 again the score. These two teams will hook up again on February the 15th in Charleston. And one of the smallest arenas, in fact, the smallest arena in Division I. That pass picked off by James up top. As Presley hands off to D. Brown. Those, of course, who have been on campus and remember and have seen the inside of Carter Gym as Rachel Edwards doubles dribbles there, and will be Charleston Southern basketball. Situation much the same in Charleston with their facility down there. Very small, very loud, and a tough place to play. Bratcher, near side looking for man. Fires from 17, no good. D. Brown with the rebound. Gaines. James. There was no, excuse me, that was Presley. There was no stopping her at that point. Once she got it, it was an immediate move to the basket. There wasn't a fake involved there whatsoever. And we are tied at 11 with 13.5 to go in the first half. Man, goes down low. That's Tatum Jarvis that just checked into the ball game. 6-foot freshman out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Mount Tabor High School. As the ball comes into man, she'll fire from 17 again, no good. And James with the rebound. Quick outlet to Edwards. Edwards going to go all the way. Gets that one to go. My goodness, what a shot. Edwards with her first bucket of the game. That took an awful lot of willpower to get that one to go down into the basket. Man driving. Bratcher for three. Again good. That's her third. She's 3 of 4 from downtown. And Charleston Southern regains the lead, 14-13. Brown up as Charleston Southern has extended that zone. Gaines in the middle, kicks it to the far side. Saying the ball was tipped, but it's going to be Charleston Southern basketball. Is now checking into the game is going to be Nayla Long, the 5'6" freshman out of Mililani, Hawaii. Mililani High School. Excuse me, not true. That was 25. Monique Maximilian. She's back into the game, not in 5. My apologies there. 14-13, Charleston Southern leads. Fowler, double pumps. That one too hard off the iron. And James with another rebound. She's got 3 boards so far in the game. High pass goes down low to James. Kicks it back outside. Campbell looking in a lot better offensive flow. As Edwards goes down low, that was picked away. Excuse me, the ball taken away there by Fowler. Back outside to Bratcher for 3. That's short. And Brown with a long rebound. 14-13, Charleston Southern leading as we go under 12. That one kicked, and that should be immediate timeout here. It will be immediate timeout. We'll have substitutions when we come back. 14-13, Buccaneers over the Fighting Camels. Back after this on the Big South Network.
It's bow time at Bojangles. Our big bow box is large enough to smuggle the other team's mascot. But you didn't hear that from us. Feed the whole group with a 12-piece super tailgate special. You'll get 12 pieces of perfectly seasoned chicken, 6 made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits, 3 picnic fixins, and a half-gallon of Bojangles' legendary iced tea. Hit your tailgating party with the 12-piece super tailgate special. Bojangles, it's bow time!
Carly C's IGA has always been a proud supporter of Campbell University and the Fighting Camels, and Carly C's IGA is also proud of all 16 hometown communities their stores serve. Located in Harnett, Johnson, Cumberland, Wayne, Durham, and Wake counties, you'll find that Carly C's IGA is big enough to serve you, yet small enough to know you. Stop by one of our 16 locations and you'll see why we always say, better meats, friendlier service, Hometown proud. That's my Carly C's IGA. The score as Charleston Southern leads over Campbell University. Fans, what's better than cheering on your Fighting Camels to victory? Perhaps a trip to the beach? Well, now you can have both. Visit the 2014 Visit MyrtleBeach.com Big South Basketball Championships will be played in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina from March 4 through 9. Contact Campbell's Ticket Office for more information, and we will see you at the beach. No pun intended. Casey Elliott checking into the game for Campbell, as is Crystal Barnett for Charleston Southern. As Gaines fires from 10 and gets the shooter's roll, and Campbell takes the lead 15-14. Fowler walks it up, twirls a finger in the air as that pass comes from the near side. Summer Leverett also checking into the game. Bratcher firing for 3 again and hits again. 4 of 6 from downtown. She's got 12 points. And Charleston Southern leads 17-15. Elliott to Gaines and Charleston Southern. Oh, Gaines throws that one straight into the band. And now Coach Fred Applin is going to send Alyssa Mann back to the scorer's table. And now she'll come back into the game. She will place DJ Fowler. Campbell so far with 3 assists in the game, compared to 8 turnovers, and there's an actually steal there by Gaines. She'll take it all the way to the basket and score, and Campbell has tied the thing up at 17. Man back across the timeline. Wants to come to the near side to Bratcher. Of course, now Campbell's going to be paying extra close attention to her at this point. Maximilian hands off to Bratcher. 3-pointer on the way is off the mark from Jarvis. It goes out of bounds, saved by Charleston Southern, but right to Ashley James, and all the way ahead to Kiera Gaines, who lays it in for 2, and Campbell retakes the lead. 19-17 as we go under the 10-minute mark here from Bowie's Creek. Man occupying the point with Fowler set to come in here momentarily. Jarvis back outside to Bratcher. Wants to go inside, does go inside, finds Crystal Barnett out of bounds. And it'll be Campbell basketball as Fowler checks back in, and Heather Beadle will come in for Ashley James. And she gets a high five and a pat on the back from Coach Wanda Watkins. 19-17, Campbell with its second lead of the game. Beadle back up top to Elliott, back to Beadle. Leverett will try a 3. No good, rebound underneath by Barnett. And both these teams really are in search of trying to get back on the right track. As a 3 from Fowler is good, and Charleston Southern, just like that, has retaken the lead, 20-19. Charleston Southern right now 7 of 15, 55%. I'm sorry, 6 of 11, 55% from the floor, from 3-point range. We said they would throw up a lot of threes, and they have so far. Presley stripped from behind, and that's taken away by the Buccaneers. Fowler. Mann. Back to Fowler. Kind of throws up a circus shot, and that's handled by Kiera Gaines. Leverett fakes the 3, drives. Casey Elliott for 3, it hits. And Campbell retakes the lead 22-20. At this pace, we could be headed for an 85 or 90-point game. Man, a little in trouble back out to Fowler there. As she'll drive, blocked from behind. Kiera Gaines is going to be called for the foul here. And with 7:40 to go, there'll be a media timeout. Ashley James and Kirkland Kirkpatrick set to come in just after this break here on the Big South Network.
2 hospitals, 6 physician practices, 7 outpatient centers, and a foundation make up Harnett Health. Harnett Health is committed to providing you with access to care. Access to care means finding a primary care physician when you need one. We're partnering with well-respected physician specialty groups to bring you quality care right here at home. And we have more than 265 credentialed providers on staff. Visit our website at harnetthealth.org and to use our Find a Physician tool to find the doctor you need.
Welcome to the Wow Zone at Triangle Rent-A-Car. We have it, and you know you want it. Big, stylish, roomy, and all decked out. Our selection of sport utility vehicles at Triangle Rent-A-Car is second to none. Navigational systems, roll stability, satellite radios, leather seats, DVD players. So lean back, close your eyes, and imagine yourself in a Triangle Rent-A-Car SUV. Triangle Rent-A-Car. Just tell us what you need.
Back here in Bowie's Creek, North Carolina. I don't know if you can see it, but Gaylord has decided to dance with a member of the band. See if we can get that here for you momentarily. Well, there we go. And of course, that they changed the song. Oh well. 22-20 the score here as Campbell leads Charleston Southern by 2. Kiera Gaines has gotten a couple of close layups. That one there. That one here in traffic. And that has helped Campbell stay in this one. Behind the hot shooting behind the three-point arc. Again, Charleston Southern 6 of 11 from behind the three-point arc as Fowler goes to the line for 2 shots after she was fouled by Kiera Gaines. And it's caused the last dead ball. Second shot rolls through. And Charleston Southern comes within 1, and they'll set up pressure. Campbell's going to throw over top of it to Beadle. And beat that particular episode rather quickly. Beadle going to take it herself. We stripped. Taken by Gaines. Ball work to James. Turnaround jumper's blocked. And taken underneath by Barnett. Credit Maximilian with the block there. Fowler throws to Bratcher with Summer Leverett all over her. She'll take a 3 after coming off a screen and hits again. Erin Bratcher is 5 of 7 from downtown, and Charleston Southern retakes the lead 24-22. She's got 15 points. You can imagine all of them are coming from outside the three-point arc. Leverett fakes the 3. Gaines fakes the 3, steps inside the arc, and throws that one a little bit long, but James with the offensive board. Gets it on the floor. Tries to push it out, gets it to Leverett. She'll drive to the basket, gets the shot off. No, she does not get the shot off. Foul's going to be on Charleston Southern on the floor. That's going to be on Maximilian. And that is the first team's third for Charleston Southern, as Ashley James is going to sit down and Amanda Kofer comes into the game for Campbell. Beadle gets it back up top. Kofer looking for the outlet. That pass tipped away by Kirkland Kirkpatrick, a redshirt junior out of Waynesville, North Carolina. And Campbell inbounds almost at the corner of the court. Kofer for three. Just a bit long, and the rebound taken by Fowler. One-on-one back the other way if she wants to take it all the way, and does. Casey Elliott commits the foul, and that will send Fowler back to the line again. That's going to be Casey Elliott's first and the team's fourth here as we hit the 6-minute mark. And sends Fowler back to the line where she is 1 of 2 from the charity stripe so far. Make that 1 of 3 after the miss. Fowler on the year, a 78% free throw shooter as she hits the second. And Charleston Southern occupies a 3-point advantage. Kofer down to Beadle with the fake, goes up, scores. Heather Beadle gets her first bucket of the game. Campbell draws back within 1, 25-24. 5:40 to go here, first half. Kirkpatrick driving, shot short, taken by Elliott. Fowler, excuse me, not Fowler, but Kofer, I should say. Kofer, look inside, Beadle, turning, shot blocked from behind, but not before the foul is there. Charleston Southern wanted a walk. Not going to get that as Heather Beadle is going to go to the line for 2 shots. The foul is going to be on Brianna Lakes, who just checked into the game, number 24, as Beadle fires the first and hits. Beadle on the year, 63% free throw shooter. You can call it 66 after that made one. And misses the second. So now 8 of 13 in her career. Nevertheless, we have a tie ball game at 25. Kirkpatrick looking for Bratcher in the corner, covered by Leverett. Now goes back, fires a 3. That is good off of the arm of Kirkpatrick. And Charleston Southern back up by a 3, 28-25. We go under 5 minutes to go in this first half. Things have slowed down a little bit from the first 10 minutes. Gaines driving, kicks it out to Elliott. Beadle establishing position. Elliott for 3. That was a bit of a line drive shot, rebounded by Leverett on the near side. Campbell gets a fresh 30-second shot clock. Beadle. Back to Leverett. Again inside to Beadle. She's going to be tied up. Nope, 3-second call. (28-25) the score as Charleston Southern leads by 3, and they have done it by shooting the 3-point ball effectively. 8 of 13 from back there. Make it 9 of 14 as Bratcher hits her 6th. 31-25. Bratcher's got 18. Gaines for 3. That's going to go over everything. And Bratcher with the rebound. Fowler up top again. Both these teams in search of a win, and Charleston Southern really playing well, especially Erin Bratcher, who has managed to shoot some tough threes of late in very tough situations. That pass tipped away and taken by Gaines. And she'll take it with the left hand. Had numbers momentarily. She'll kick it back to Elliott for 3. No good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It'll be Charleston Southern basketball. Immediate timeout with 3:18 left to go here in this first half. Charleston Southern leads by 6, 31-25, here on the Big South Network, presented by State Farm.
Do you have questions about your eyesight but don't know where to find the answers? MyEyesOptometry.com has great videos and other information about services we provide. Call them today to set up your appointment at 919-814-2020 or request an appointment online at MyEyesOptometry.com.
Come see us at Precision Ford, where you can expect more and get more. We're located at 945 North Main Street in Lillington. We have a huge selection of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles for you to choose from, and we service all makes and models. Bring in your Campbell ID and receive a $19.95 oil change. Visit us on the web at precisionford.com. That's Precision Ford, just before the bridge in Lillington.
Real ingredients make a really good pizza. Real sauce, real meats, real veggies. That's Papa John's.
It's back, our award-winning buffalo chicken pizza with all-white chicken, crispy bacon, creamy ranch, and spicy buffalo sauce. Get a large buffalo chicken pizza for just $10, or choose any large Papa John's pizza, even specialties, just $11. Order online at papajohns.com.
Choose better. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Back here in Bowie's Creek, this is the Heather Beadle. Get her bucket, one of two that she's had so far here today. And then Erin Bratcher has been the show for Charleston Southern. Here's another one, a tough three-point shot in traffic, as she has been able to find an open lane somewhere. And she is 6 of 8 from downtown, 18 points. She leads all scorers. TJ Fowler has 8. Kirkland Kirkpatrick with 3, and Anisha Dotson with 2, though Dotson also has 2 fouls. As Charleston Southern starts out with the ball as we near the 3-minute mark. Leading scorers for Campbell, Gaines and Presley both have 6. Brown has 3, Elliott with 3, Beadle with 3, Edwards with 2, and James with 2. Shot from Fowler on the running layup is good, and the lead out to 8. 33-25, largest lead for Charleston Southern. Good ball movement there from Campbell. Dee Brown will fire from 3. Just a bit strong. Rebound hits the floor and finally taken by Brianna Lakes. Charleston Southern looking really confident at this point, but at the same time, it has been a one-machine team at this point. Shots off the mark there from Kirkpatrick and taken by Brown. She's going to push to Gaines. Inside to Kofer, short shot's good. Kofer, not normally a left-handed shot. Turned around to her left and put that one in. And Campbell's drawn back within 6, 33-27. Kirkpatrick picked up there by Elliott as Campbell goes back to a man-to-man. Kirkpatrick off the screen. 3 on the way. Good from Brianna Lakes. And Charleston Southern is shooting the lights out from behind the three-point arc. Now 11 of 16. Down inside, a nice goal there made by Rosalind Presley, and a timeout taken by Coach Wanda Watkins. No doubt she is looking at the three-point statistics and going, my goodness. I misspoke earlier. It is only 10 of 15. That's still 67% from the floor, from three-point range, I should say, for Charleston Southern. For Campbell, they're shooting 75%, 3 of 4 from behind the arc. I'm sorry, it should be 3 of 4 from the free throw line. 2 of 10, just 20% from the three-point arc as well. Charleston Southern shooting 52% from the floor overall compared to Campbell's 46%. But that is where the game is right now for Charleston Southern. It is beyond the three-point arc, and that is where they are living, and living well. As Fowler takes it across the midcourt stripe, Campbell now in a 1-2-2. Bratcher, that one's blocked by Kofer. Saves it behind the back to Dee Brown, and we're going to get a jump ball. Campbell's going to get it. What an athletic move there by Amanda Kofer as she blocked the three-point shot, then saved the ball behind the back, got a jump ball, and Campbell retains possession. Pass goes through Kofer's hands. She does get it back, though. The pass tipped out front to Bratcher. Back to Fowler. And Fowler will slow things up as we go under a minute. Bratcher left open. Doesn't get the shooter's roll. And an offensive foul over the back is going to be called on Lakes, as Campbell's going to get the basketball back. Neither team is going to get into the single bonus, as coming back into the game for Charleston Southern are both Alyssa Mann and Monique Maximilian. As Casey Elliott will bring it up, about a 13-second difference between shot clock and game clock as we tick down. Elliott handles the high pass, looks for Presley, tries to get the layup, no good. We're going to get a foul on Charleston Southern. That's going to be on Maximilian. And Casey Elliott will trigger it in with 29.6 left. Shot clock now off. Presley with the shot. Does get the shooter's roll, and Campbell climbs within 5. Charleston Southern looking possibly for the last possession here with 20 seconds to go. As Mann brings it up. Bratcher to the right. She now has it. Back to Mann. That pass off the foot of Dee Brown and heads all the way to the other end of the floor. .1 seconds left, and Bratcher will throw it in. Gets it into Mann. Looking, goes off her own foot, and Charleston Southern won't get a shot off. As it comes back to Tatum Jarvis, who tries to launch one from about 25 feet. Goes off the backboard. 36-31 is the score as Charleston Southern takes a 5-point lead into the break behind the hot shooting arm of Erin Bratcher. 6 of 10 from behind the three-point arc. She's got 18 points. We'll come back and recap the first half after this break here on the Big South Network, presented by State Farm.
You'll find them inside each huddle, on every sideline, in every classroom, on each campus, from our neighborhoods to the corner office. Student athletes from the Big South Conference, serving in roles they've trained for all their lives. Leaders. The Big South Conference, developing leaders through athletics. Learn more at BigSouthSports.com.
Did you know that glass is endlessly recyclable? These days, most glass bottles and jars produced in the United States now contain at least 25% recycled glass. And manufacturing recycled glass requires 75% less energy to produce than making it from new materials. So please put your glass where it belongs, in the recycling bin. Brought to you by Waste Management.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
See if your local State Farm agent can save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
These buns aren't baking in a factory, or at a McDonald's, Burger King, or Wendy's. There's only one place to get them. Introducing Fresh Baked Buns. Baked fresh in restaurant. Served on third-pound thick burgers with 100% Black Angus beef. Only at Hardee's.
University dance team entertains those in attendance here today. We've got a 36-31 ball game between Charleston Southern and Campbell University. A reminder to get social with the Big South. Join our always growing network of fans on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can connect with us through thebigsouthsports.com and be part of the discussion now. You can follow, watch, like, and share with the Big South Conference. Let's take a look at the first half statistics, and if we want to run some replays from the first half, go right ahead. We got Charleston Southern led by, who'd have guessed it, Erin Bratcher, 6 of 10 from behind the three-point arc. She's got 18 points and 1 board, also 1 assist and a couple of steals for Charleston Southern in the first 20 minutes. She did not take a break in the first half. Dee Brown, as you see there, taking that first real long three for Campbell. As she hits that one, Bratcher was backed up by DJ Fowler, who had 10 points and 3 boards in 18 minutes of work. They were backed up, by Tatum Jarvis, who had 3 points. Kirkland Kirkpatrick also with 3, and Anisha Dodson was with 2 points, but she was set on the bench early with 2 personal fouls, and that was essentially the end of her night so far. She's only been in the game for 3 minutes. For Charleston Southern, they shoot 48% from the floor in the first half, 58.8% from behind the three-point arc. That's 10 of 17, and 50%, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. For Campbell University, they're led in scoring by Rosalind Presley, who has 10 points and 5 boards. She's backed up by Kiera Gaines, 6 points and 3 boards. I should say Presley also has 2 assists. Gaines also has 1 assist and 2 steals. She is backed up by Dee Brown, who has 3 points and 4 rebounds, as well as Casey Elliott, who has a 3-point shot. Heather Beadle, who has 3 points on a bucket and a free throw in and of itself. And then they are backed up by Rayshon Edwards, who has 2 points, as does Amanda Kofer and Ashley James. In the rebounding category, Campbell out-rebounding Charleston Southern 19-10, but rebounds are hard to come by when both teams are shooting above 45% from the floor all the way through. Campbell shooting 46.4% in the first half, but just 20% from behind the three-point arc and 75% 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Points in the paint goes Campbell's way, 18-2 in the first 20 minutes. Points off turnovers about even, 7-6 in favor of Campbell. Second chance points in favor of Campbell, 7-0. Fast break points also Campbell's favorite, 6-2. And the bench scoring is also in Campbell's favor, 8-6. However, Campbell does not have the services of Erin Bratcher at their hands at this moment, and frankly, looking like they're going to have to try and put a lockdown on her at some point. She is, again, 6 of 10 from the floor, and that's all 10 shots have come from outside the three-point arc. 36-31 the score here at halftime, as we'll take a break and come back with our Big South standings after this here on the Big South Network.
There's a place where past vacation memories are talked about and shared for a lifetime, where new experiences never disappoint, and where the only thing better than visiting is coming back again. Visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. 60 miles of picture-perfect beachline will take your breath away, but leave your wallet happy, because you shouldn't have to sacrifice on your family vacation. Visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Experience so much more for so much less, and leave with memories to last a lifetime.
Come see us at Precision Ford, where you can expect more and get more. We're located at 945 North Main Street in Lillington. We have a huge selection of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles for you to choose from, and we service all makes and models. Bring in your Campbell ID and receive a $19.95 oil change. Visit us on the web at PrecisionFord.com. That's Precision Ford, just before the bridge in Lillington.
It's bow time at Bojangles. Our big bow box is large enough to smuggle the other team's mascot. But you didn't hear that from us. Feed the whole group with a 12-piece super tailgate special. You'll get 12 pieces of perfectly seasoned chicken, 6 made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits, 3 picnic fixins, and a half-gallon of Bojangles' legendary iced tea. Hit your tailgating party with the 12-piece super tailgate special. Bojangles, it's bow time.
Do you have questions about your eyesight but don't know where to find the answers? MyEyesOptometry.com has great videos and other information about services we provide. Call them today to set up your appointment at 919-814-2020 or request an appointment online at myeyesoptometry.com.
Real ingredients make a really good pizza. Real sauce, real meats, real veggies. That's Papa John's.
It's back, our award-winning buffalo chicken pizza with all-white chicken, crispy bacon, creamy ranch, and spicy buffalo sauce. Get a large buffalo chicken pizza for just $10, or choose any large Papa John's pizza, even specialties, just $11. Order online at papajohns.com.
Choose better. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Back here in Bowie's Creek, North Carolina, as Charleston Southern leads Campbell 36-31 here at the halftime break. Time now, let's go to our visitmyrtlebeach.com Big South basketball standings, as it is a log jam there at the top. Of course, these teams all jockeying for position as we get down towards conference tournament time. Winthrop, Gardner-Webb, Coastal Carolina, and Liberty all stuck up at the top there at 4-1. You can see all of them have pretty similar records as well, not only including their in-conference but out-of-conference records as well. Campbell, of course, stuck there at 3-2, tied with High Point. Those two teams, of course, tangled last week, and High Point getting the better of Campbell sent those two teams to the same record. Going to the bottom half of the conference, Asheville and Longwood right now at 2-3. Charleston Southern and Presbyterian at 1-4, and then Radford, of course, they're at 0-6. It's going to be a tough year there in Radford, Virginia, it looks like, but you never know. Of course, you can play spoiler at any point in the season in this league. There's a lot of parity here as well. A lot of good games going on tonight across the Big South, and that includes one of the big ones. Gardner-Webb is at Liberty this evening, and those, of course, matching up two teams that are 4-1 in the conference, and right now that one's got 3:32 to go to the first half, and Liberty leads that one 23-12. Other games have yet to start, or since has started, we don't have scores for yet. Presbyterian is playing High Point, and a good chance there for High Point to possibly get it to 4-2. Presbyterian looking for a breakthrough win on the year. And then the other games going on this evening, Winthrop at 4-1 is at Radford at 0-6. That's going to be a very tough haul for the Highlanders to try and pull off a win there, but nevertheless, anything is possible. As mentioned, Gardner-Webb is at Liberty this evening, and then in a battle of 2 and 3 teams, really important for both squads to get a win. UNC Asheville is at Longwood this evening, and that should be a very good contest as well between the Lancers and the Bulldogs in Farmville, Virginia. Here at halftime, it is 31-36 as Charleston Southern leads. You're going to look at some of the first half highlights as Rosalind Presley gets the bucket there on that particular play. And then later on down the line, it's Rayshawn Edwards going to the rim and getting the friendly roll as she gets that one to go down, putting just enough effort. But the story of the first half, Erin Bratcher, again, 6 of 10 from behind the three-point arc as she has 18 points in the first half. Other highlights here from Campbell as Kiara Gaines steps out, gets the shooter's roll on the 12-foot jumper, and looks around for someone to guard. And again, Bratcher getting away. That was her 5th three-point shot of the game. Kiara Gaines, of course, the recipient of a couple of steals and got a couple of quick baskets that way. We are back after this break on the Big South Network, presented by State Farm.
Did you know that glass is endlessly recyclable? These days, most glass bottles and jars produced in the United States now contain at least 25% recycled glass. And manufacturing recycled glass requires 75% less energy to produce than making it from new materials. So please put your glass where it belongs, in the recycling bin. Brought to you by Waste Management.
Welcome to the Wow Zone at Triangle Rent-A-Car. We have it, and you know you want it. Big, stylish, roomy, and all decked out. Our selection of sport utility vehicles at Triangle Rent-A-Car is second to none. Navigational systems, roll stability, satellite radios, leather seats, DVD players. So lean back, close your eyes, and imagine yourself in a Triangle Rent-A-Car SUV. Triangle Rent-A-Car. Just tell us what you need.
Back here in Bowie's Creek, North Carolina, you're looking at Rosalind Presley in freeze frame. As we get set here for the second half. Campbell trailing this one 36-31 to the Buccaneers of Charleston Southern University. Campbell back in action coming up on Saturday night as they take on Coastal Carolina at 1 p.m. And then they're on the road on a very tough contest as well at Gardner-Webb on the 16th and then at Presbyterian on the 18th before they come back on the 23rd and take on the Eagles of Winthrop University before beginning essentially the second half of conference season where they go on the road to Radford and then take on Longwood back here in Bowie's Creek before the end of this as well. Let's take one final break. Come back with second half action here on the Big South Network.
Southeastern Interiors has everything you need to make that remodel job or new build something spectacular. From the latest styles of carpet, ceramic, hardwood, laminate, and blinds, Southeastern Interiors has it all. Stop by 228 Airport Road in Irwin or call 910-893-8486. Southeastern Interiors, turning your dreams into reality and helping the Fighting Camels reach theirs. Back here in Bowie's Creek, 36-31 as Campbell gets their final warning to come on out. Charleston Southern back already on the floor as Charleston Southern will start out with the basketball here in the second half. And inbound just in front of my broadcast position. Starting lineups for Campbell University change from the first half. It is going to be Gaines, Edwards, Elliott, James, and Presley. And for Charleston Southern, as that pass tipped away and then taken back, Alston back in the game. Bratcher for three, and that's good. Erin Bratcher, 7 of 11 from downtown, and it is a 39-31 ball game. She has picked up where she left off in the first half. Charleston Southern lineup again is... That ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Mann, Bratcher, Alston, Tatum Jarvis, and then also it is Monique Maximilian. So just one change for Coach Fred Applin, deviating from first half and second half lineups. As Jarvis has it now, goes to the corner. Alston for three. That's good. And Charleston Southern is lighting it up from behind the three-point arc, 63%. And now lead 42-31. Edwards. Elliott fakes the three. Gets it to Gaines, throws it down low to James. And Rayshon Edwards was looking down low, I believe, for Ashley James. It's going to go off of a Charleston Southern player and be Campbell basketball. 9 seconds to shoot. That one comes up to Gaines. 6 to shoot now. As she works it into the lane. Gets over to Presley. Gets the layup. And Campbell climbs back within 9, 42-33. Mann brings it across the line. Bratcher again, 21 points, 7 of 11 as the three is on the way, and that's good. And Charleston Southern has hit their first three-point shots of the second half. And the lead extended to 12.
That pass from James intended for Gaines goes out of bounds, but off of a Charleston Southern player, and it's going to be Campbell basketball. 65% from three-point land. That's 15 of 28. Gaines thought about a three. Now she'll drive, kicks it over to Edwards. She will try the three. That's long. Gaines with the rebound. Can't get the short one to go up. Bratcher loses the rebound out of bounds. It's going to be Campbell basketball. 45-33. Charleston Southern shooting the lights out from behind the three-point arc, and you have to think at some point this team may cool off. The pass from Elliott just goes off the fingertips of Rosalind Presley, and the Buccaneers get the ball back as they have scored the first 9 points on 3 straight possessions with 3 straight three-point shots. And Mann brings it across the timeline. Alston for 3. That's well short and did not touch the rim. It'll be out of bounds to Campbell. All 4 shots in the second half have not hit the rim. Yet only 3, of course, have gone in. Gaines goes and finds James for 2. 45-35, Campbell down 10. Campbell 6-1 at home. The one loss is to High Point earlier this year. Earlier, actually, late last calendar year. As Alston drives, nothing there. Rebound goes to James. Elliott wants to push it. Finds Edwards, gets to the lane, puts up the shot, again, can't get the roll. Rebound goes to Maximilian, and now we're going to get a travel on Mann as she tries to get around Kiera Gaines. So DJ Fowler back in the game for Charleston Southern as Edwards throws it in. Elliott for 3. That's good. Campbell back within 7. 45-38. 16:50 to go here in the ball game. Alston thinking about a 3 again. Bratcher fouled as she puts up the shot. I believe that is her first shot she's taken from inside the three-point arc. Foul is going to be on Rayshawn Edwards. That's going to be her first. Team's first here of the second half. Whereas when High Point was here, we had a plethora of fouls called, and in this game, it's been almost the opposite. As Bratcher hits the first. Eyes the mark on the second. That one rims out. James had to go through her hands, and it's taken away there by Maximilian. Jarvis back up top to Fowler. Olsen. Up and good. Dotson with the bucket, and the lead back out to 10, 48-38. Elliott to Gaines. That ball triggered around and finally taken up by Maximilian. Fowler. Jarvis. And a foul is going to be called. I thought a walk actually might be called. That's going to be on Ashley James, and that is going to be Ashley James' second foul. Timeout on the floor. Campbell trails by 10, 48-38 against the Buccaneers. Back after this on the Big South Network.
S&S Entertainment is a local company that provides inflatables, concessions, games, and more for birthday parties, company picnics, school events, and church outreach programs. If you would like more information, log on to their website at snsentertainment.com or call 910-890-6339. S&S Entertainment, making Campbell Game Day even more memorable. Southeastern Interiors has everything you need to make that remodel job or new build something spectacular. From the latest styles of carpet, ceramic, hardwood, laminate, and blinds, Southeastern Interiors has it all. Stop by 228 Airport Road in Irwin or call 910-893-8486. Southeastern Interiors, turning your dreams into reality and helping the Fighting Camels reach theirs. Sunshine Car Care and Quick Lube is the place to get your car right both inside and out. From a complete car wash to an oil change and tire rotation, visit Sunshine Car Care right down the road in Lillington.
Back in Bowie's Creek, 48-38 the score here. Fans, be sure to visit BigSouthSports.com and check out the league's online store with the best variety of Big South merchandise anywhere. Get and gear up with officially licensed apparel from all Big South schools. Watch for new products and even order gift certificates. All at the Big South online store at BigSouthSports.com. You should check it out. I was actually on the site earlier today checking out some good-looking Campbell gear that I may purchase. A little Mad Money. Great stuff online there at the BigSouthSports.com. Campbell down 10 as the shot comes in. The pass comes in to Tatum Jarvis, and she hits from 3. And Charleston Southern now leads 50-38. Beadle. Back to Elliott. Back to Beadle, turning. Kicks it to Edwards, she'll drive, back down to Beadle, puts up the shot off the glass, does get the shooter's roll. She has 5. But this is one of the very tough games where so long as Charleston Southern keeps shooting this well from three-point range, it's almost as if you can't trade 2 for 3. Bratcher being guarded like a blanket by Grayshawn Edwards. Now she gets open underneath and gets her first 2-point basket of the game as she was able to cut behind a screener. 52-40. Edwards thought momentarily about a 3. 3-second call in the middle against Campbell, and the Buccaneers will get it back. 52-40. The score as the Coach Wanda Watkins calling timeout and eventually gets the attention of the officials.
30-second timeout.
It'll be a 30-second timeout. And that'll go for a minute there. But we'll take a break. We'll come back after this here on the Big South Network.
There's a place where past vacation memories are talked about and shared for a lifetime, where new experiences never disappoint, and where the only thing better than visiting is coming back again. Visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. 60 miles of picture-perfect beachline will take your breath away, but leave your wallet happy, because you shouldn't have to sacrifice on your family vacation. Visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Experience so much more for so much less, and leave with memories to last a lifetime.
Real ingredients make a really good pizza. Real sauce, real meats, real veggies. That's Papa John's.
It's back, our award-winning buffalo chicken pizza with all white chicken, crispy bacon, creamy ranch, and spicy buffalo sauce. Get a large buffalo chicken pizza for just $10, or choose any large Papa John's pizza, even special.
52-40 the score here as Charleston Southern leads over Campbell. And the Buccaneers with the basketball as we get down to the 14-minute mark. Bratcher, who leads all scorers, 24 points in the game for her. Jarvis makes one-man miss, comes out to Fowler for 3. That one's off the window, no good. Rebound taken by Elliott. Ahead to Presley. Offensive foul on Rosalind Presley as she went over not DJ Fowler, but rather Anicia Dotson. And Charleston Southern with the basketball back as that's the second foul on Presley. Taking down to the 14-minute mark. Charleston Southern and Campbell have traded the lead back and forth a couple of times in the first half. And now Bratcher with it as she gets through a screen, fires a three. That one misses. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Charleston Southern. It'll be Campbell basketball. With that miss, Bratcher is now 7 of 12 from behind the three-point arc. Gaines down low to Presley for the layup. And Campbell back within 10. Fowler trying to break down Kiera Gaines and moves out. At right point. Dotson off the window, rolls too hard, and Gaines with the rebound. Ahead to Edwards. He's going to try and get past everybody. Goes right to Presley in the lane and gets that one to go for two. And now Campbell down 8, 52-44. Bratcher. Pass tipped away, taken by Edwards. Has Gaines to her right. Throws it up on the almost an alley-oop. Gets that one to go with a foul! My goodness, it looked like Rayshawn Edwards is going to throw that up like a slam dunk alley-oop pass. Gaines caught it, managed to make the move. As you get a look at the replay here, takes the contact, lays it in, and she'll go to the line to complete.
Did you know that glass is endlessly...
Shots up on the way, and it's good, and Campbell has now climbed within 5, 52-47 as we go under 13 minutes. Timeout's going to be called here by Coach Fred Applin. And that is going to be a full timeout. 52-47, Campbell back within 5, back after this on the Big South Network.
Did you know that glass is endlessly recyclable? These days, most glass bottles and jars produced in the United States now contain at least 25% recycled glass. And manufacturing recycled glass requires 75% less energy to produce than making it from new materials. So please put your glass where it belongs, in the recycling bin. Brought to you by Waste Management.
Welcome to the Wow Zone at Triangle Rent-A-Car. We have it, and you know you want it. Big, stylish, roomy, and all decked out. Our selection of sport utility vehicles at Triangle Rent-A-Car is second to none. Navigational systems, roll stability, satellite radios, leather seats, DVD players. So lean back, close your eyes, and imagine yourself in a Triangle Rent-A-Car SUV. Triangle Rent-A-Car. Just tell us what you need.
Charleston Southern with it as we come back to you live. Ball was thrown in just a couple seconds before we went live, so you haven't missed much of anything here. As Fowler gets it, kicks it over to Bratcher. No, not Bratcher, excuse me, that's Mann. Jarvis for three. That's good. And with that three-point shot, Charleston Southern reestablishes an 8-point advantage. 55-47 the score, as the Buccaneers lead by 8. Pass comes to Beadle, outside to Gaines. She'll step inside for a shorter than three-point shot, and that one goes begging. Fowler back up top for Charleston Southern. Jarvis. And this is a Charleston Southern team that is right now shooting 58% from behind the three-point arc. And it's Casey Elliott there with an attempt at a block. The Campbell fans don't like it. They don't think that should have been a block and not a foul, but it's going to be the fourth team foul on Campbell. And we will take a break at the under 12 media timeout. Back after this as you get a look at it here on the Big South Network.
Come see us at Precision Ford, where you can expect more and get more.
We're located at 945 North Main Street in Lillington. We have a huge selection of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles for you to choose from, and we service all makes and models. Bring in your Campbell ID and receive a $19.95 oil change. Visit us on the web at precisionford.com. That's Precision Ford, just before the bridge in Lillington.
It's bow time at Bojangles. Our big bow box is large enough to smuggle the other team's mascot. But you didn't hear that from us. Feed the whole group with a 12-piece super tailgate special. You'll get 12 pieces of perfectly seasoned chicken, 6 made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits, 3 picnic fixins, and a half-gallon of Bojangles' legendary iced tea. Hit your tailgating party with the 12-piece super tailgate special. Bojangles, it's bow time!
Carly C's IGA has always been a proud supporter of Campbell University and the Fighting Camels, and Carly C's IGA is also proud of all 16 hometown communities their stores serve. Located in Harnett, Johnson, Cumberland, Wayne, Durham, and Wake counties, you'll find that Carly C's IGA is big enough to serve you, yet small enough to know you. Stop by one of our 16 locations and you'll see why we always say, better meats, friendlier service, hometown proud. That's my Carly C's IGA. Back here in Bowie's Creek, North Carolina, 55-47, Charleston Southern leads over the Fighting Camels of Campbell University here on the Big South Network. And it'll be Charleston Southern shooting free throws in the form of Crystal Barnett, as she was fouled by Casey Elliott. As she goes to the line for 2 shots. First one rims out. Barnett on the year, just a 25% free throw shooter. That was just her 5th attempt from the stripe. Second one on the way. That one's well off the mark and rebounded by Presley. Campbell lineup as D. Brown's come back into the game. Brown goes to Edwards. Back to Brown. There's Presley, Gaines, and Beadle into the game for Campbell. Presley to the glass and scores. 55-49, the lead down to 6. Campbell has not led in the second half. It was 36-31 at the halftime break as the three-pointer on the way, no good. Dotson gets her on rebound, is fouled as she goes up. That's a late call, but a call nonetheless. It's going to go against Kiera Gaines. That's going to be her second, and that'll send Dotson to the line, a 66% free throw shooter on the year. No good, and amazingly, as good as Charleston Southern has been from outside the three-point arc, just 33%, 3 of 9 from the charity stripe. 56% from behind the three-point arc. So the second one good, the lead 7, 56-49, and again, the Buccaneers employ pressure. And Campbell throws over top of it. Back in the middle to Presley, shot, no good. Foul is going to be called, and that's going to be on Dotson. That'll be her 3rd. But just the second team foul on Charleston Southern this half. And she picked up her 2nd foul just a couple of minutes into the game and sat on the bench for the next 17 minutes before coming back and starting in the second half. As Presley goes to the line and tries to make this a 5-point game if she can make both, and the first one rims out. Campbell shooting 67% from the free throw line, but 25% from behind the three-point arc. Both teams shooting above 50% from the floor. So Presley misses them both, and it's still a 7-point game as we hit the 11-minute mark here in the second half. Alston, Bratcher, misses the layup. Gaines with the rebound, fouled by Maximilian. And it'll just be a throw-in, of course. We're a long way from, well, actually not too long as far as Campbell's concerned. They have 5 team fouls. Charleston Southern with only 3. Well, still 10 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in the game. Gaines tries to find Edwards and gets her own pass batted back to her. 12 to shoot. As Edwards sprints out right. Presley with 5. Reverse layup. Wow, what a move. She's been able to get the short shots in, and Campbell climbs back to within 5, 56-51. But every time that Campbell has tried to make a run to get within this close, Charleston Southern has had an answer. Jarvis tipped away momentarily, back to Jarvis. 3 on the way from Bratcher. Misses everything. Ball saved back in, but taken by Gaines. Gaines had tried to push that one back in, stolen by Fowler. Fowler blocked by Gaines. Going to be a foul called, though, on Kiera Gaines, and that's going to be her 3rd. And that'll send DJ Fowler to the line. 6th team foul on Campbell, so 1 more, and Charleston Southern will go to the line for 1-1 as Fowler's first attempt is no good. You get a good look there of DJ Fowler, 5'8" senior guard, Newark, New Jersey. Graduate of Parkway Academy. As checking out of the game is Maximilian for Charleston Southern, and coming in is Rochelle Brophy. Second one is up and good, and it's a 6-point lead for the Buccaneers. Edwards sprints out left, shouting traffic directions from there, finds Beadle. Down low to Presley, turning. Can't get that shot to fall, and a bump by Beadle is going to mean a foul, and Bratcher is going to go to the line for 2. Excuse me, should be for a 1-1. And it is. Coach Wanda Watkins pleading her case. And not getting much of an audience with the officials. Actually, the officials are going to talk in here. Nevertheless, they seem to. Now, Erin Bratcher is wondering why she's not shooting the free throw. Now, okay, now the Fred Applin is pleading for the officials to check the monitor to see if Bratcher should be the one shooting the free throw. Now Coach Wanda Watkins is headed to the monitor, or at least the monitor area, and pleads her case still, and still is not getting the audience that, or at least the result that she wants. As the officials take a look at the monitor, you see in the kind of the upper right-hand portion of your screen, there are several different cameras, actually 2 cameras, I should say 3 cameras that have been set up here at the Pope Center inside Gilbert Craig Gore Arena that are not connected to ours, and that's what they're looking at. Seeing who the foul was administered to. And it looks like they are going to put Bratcher on the line. So now Coach Wanda Watkins with her team sends her team back out on the floor, and Bratcher won her argument and will go to the line for the 1-1. In the score 57-51, Charleston Southern leading by 6. As that shot rolls off. And Gaines with the rebound for Campbell. The Fighting Campbells look to get back in cutting this 6-point margin. Beadle. On the turn, traveling is the call. And the ball goes back to the Buccaneers as we are getting close to that 9-minute mark. Kiera Gaines going to apply a little bit of pressure up top to DJ Fowler. Bratcher. Dotson for 3 is off the mark. And the rebound by Presley off to Gaines. She's going to go all the way to the basket. Can't get that to go, but she'll go to the line for two. Almost got basket interference on Rosalind Presley. She went up perhaps to try and get a rebound and got a finger tangled into the net, and that may have actually touched and altered the rim, but no call was made, and that sent Gaines to the line for two shots. Regardless, as she hits the first, and now sitting down are Dotson and Jarvis, as the Charleston Southern lineup looks like this as Gaines hits the second. It is Bratcher, Fowler, Mann, Maximilian, and Brophy. Campbell has climbed within 4, 57-53. Now a chain of defense comes up from the student section and the band. Three-pointer on the way from Mann is good. (59-53) as Charleston Southern leads. Inside to Gaines, backs up, misses the short one, rebounded by Bratcher, outlet to Fowler. Three-pointer on the way from Mann again, this one's strong. Rebounded underneath. Timeout is called underneath by Fred Applin, the coach. As down underneath, I believe, was Maximilian with the rebound on her knees and wanted to avoid the traveling call. So a 30-second timeout called by Charleston Southern, and the Buccaneers will retain the basketball with 8:05 left. And that'll be immediate timeout as well. 59-53, Charleston Southern leads. Back after this on the Big South Network.
Did you know that glass is endlessly recyclable? These days, most glass bottles and jars produced in the United States now contain at least 25% recycled glass. And manufacturing recycled glass requires 75% less energy to produce than making it from new materials. So please put your glass where it belongs, in the recycling bin. Brought to you by Waste Management.
Welcome to the Wow Zone at Triangle Rent-A-Car. We have it, and you know you want it. Big, stylish, roomy, and all decked out. Our selection of sport utility vehicles at Triangle Rent-A-Car is second to none. Navigational systems, roll stability, satellite radios, leather seats, DVD players. So lean back, close your eyes, and imagine yourself in a Triangle Rent-A-Car SUV. Triangle Rent-A-Car. Just tell us what you need.
Campbell has not led in the second half. They were down by 5 at the break. Had a couple of chances and led in the first half. Largest lead for Campbell in the first half was just 2 at the 13-15 mark. As Charleston Southern works with a fresh 30-second shot clock. Campbell now with Edwards, Leverett, Elliott, Gaines, and Presley. And for Charleston Southern, Bratcher, Fowler, Mann, Maximilian, and Brophy. Bratcher. Offensive foul is going to be called on Brophy on a moving screen. And Campbell will get the ball back here. Check that. Summer Leverett actually in the ball game for Campbell. It's Edwards, Leverett, Elliott, Gaines, and Presley. As Elliott works it now to the right side. Presley has had the hot hand, has 20 points for Campbell. Ball into the corner, out of bounds. Kiara Gaines pleading her case, and Coach Wanda Watkins, I believe, telling her that she may have been wrong in that particular instance and tells her to go back and play defense. 59-53 the score. As Brophy works it to Mann. Inside to Bratcher. Outside to Fowler. 10 to shoot for the Buccaneers. Three-pointer on the way. That's off the mark. Man blocked by Gaines. And an offensive foul is going to be called on Charleston Southern. I believe that's going to be on Man. No, it's going to be on... Well, we'll check it here in a second. Nevertheless, it is the 6th team foul on Charleston Southern. Foul there, yes, it is going to be on Man. As the ball goes down inside, shot up by Gaines. She'll be fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2. I think that foul is going to be on Brophy, and if it is, that's going to be, yes, her second. No one really in foul trouble. Maximilian has 3 fouls. She's the only person who has 3 fouls, although Dotson, I guess, on the bench should be credited, not in the game. She has 4 fouls for Charleston Southern as Gaines hits the first. 4 of 4 from the line, make it 5 of 5, and with that, Campbell again back within 4. 6:46 left. This has all the indications of coming out to a knockdown, drag-out conference basketball game. Going down to the last minute, but we'll have to wait and see it. Man passes up the 3 there. She gets it to Fowler with 10 on the shot clock. Shot is up. Foul is going to be on Rayshawn Edwards. And Fowler will go to the line for 2. This is the one area of the game that Charleston Southern has not performed well at. 38% from the free throw line. That one rattles home. Normally this team, a 67% free throw shooting team. Second shot is up and good as well. It should also be noted this team is a 28.1% three-point shooting team. And that's pretty much doubled in this game. Rayshawn Edwards called for the travel, and that will give the ball back to the Buccaneers, leading by 6. As Fowler will walk it up. Brophy. Traveling the call there on Brophy, and I believe you could have called a block, or rather a charge there as well, as Kiara Gaines was well supplanted in the way of Brophy on that particular side of the court. 61-55 the score as Elliott harassed by Man. Leverett driving, 8-footer, good. 61-57, the lead again, cut to 4. And as mentioned before, when Campbell has gotten close, Charleston Southern has had an answer. Bratcher guarded by Leverett. 3 on the way from Fowler is well long. Brophy with the rebound, can't get that to go. Finally taken up and put back in by Maximilian. And the lead back out to 6 with 5.5 to go. Presley, that's good from 12. Presley with 22. Gaines with 13. And Campbell again back within 4. Brophy hands off to Man, backs up, 3-pointer, good! Again, Charleston Southern with an answer. Gaines from 10, too strong. Brophy with the rebound. Outlet goes to Man, has Bratcher to the left. She'll take a 3. That one rims out. Rebounded underneath by Maximilian. Pass pushed away out of bounds. It's going to be Charleston Southern basketball, but a foul is going to be called before that on Kiara Gaines, and that is going to be her 3rd. And that will send Fowler to the line. The lead 7 for Charleston Southern. As that one's up and good from Fowler, who is now 6 of 9 from the charity stripe. Make it 7 of 10. Campbell at this point needing buckets and stops. course, still a ton of time left in this one. But a run wouldn't hurt. Leverett for three. Good! She's got 5, and Campbell again, down by 6. Campbell shooting 52% from the floor. Brophy will fire. That's no good. Rebound underneath. Tagged up. Taken away. And finally, Presley will be credited. That pass picked off by Bratcher. Fowler with it. Bratcher kicks it over. Brophy from 15. Off the window and good. Timeout called by Coach Wanda Watkins with 3:31 left. 14 three-point field goals, by the way, is a Gore Arena record for women's basketball. As you see the 3 launched there by Summer Leverett. It's surpassing the 13 made by Campbell versus Asheville back in the 2012 season, and 8 made by Bratcher, also a record. 6 has been done a number of times, the last being Haley Hobby of Presbyterian College back on January the 5th of 2013. 70-62. We'll be back after this here on the Big South Network. Come see us at Precision Ford, where you can expect more and get more. We're located at 945 North Main Street in Lillington. We have a huge selection of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles for you to choose from, and we service all makes and models. Bring in your Campbell ID and receive a $19.95 oil change. Visit us on the web at precisionford.com. That's Precision Ford, just before the bridge in Lillington.
It's bow time at Bojangles. Our big bow box is large enough to smuggle the other team's mascot. But you didn't hear that from us. Feed the whole group with a 12-piece super tailgate special. You'll get 12 pieces of perfectly seasoned chicken, 6 made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits, 3 picnic fixins, and a half-gallon of Bojangles' legendary iced tea. Hit your tailgating party with the 12-piece super tailgate special. Bojangles, it's bow time.
Carly sees IGA. Back here in Bowie's Creek as Campbell has the basketball, down 8, 70-62. As Leverett works it to the far side. Edwards for 3. James with the rebound. Tries to get it back out to the near side and can't do it. And Charleston Southern with the basketball. Bratcher up top. Charleston Southern with another 3 could be a very big basket if they were to go that route. 3 to shoot. Dotson down the lane, blocked by James. A shot clock violation. Will give the ball back to Campbell with 2:44 left. By the way, Erin Bratcher 1 away from the school record for number of 3s made in a game as Rosalind Presley goes straight to the bucket for 2 and cuts the lead to 6. And Campbell with a little bit of pressure as Rayshon Edwards will escort the ball up the court. That pass into the corner for Bratcher. Mann thought about a 3. Elliott fought through the screen to try and stop the attempt. Shot from Jimmy Fowler's back up top, and an offensive rebound gives Charleston Southern another possession as we hit the 2-minute mark. Clock starting to become an issue for Campbell. Jarvis to the lane. Misses, so going to get a foul called here on Rosalind Presley. with 1:45 left in the game. That one up and good by Tatum Jarvis. Jarvis, a 70% free throw shooter on the year, and Kiera Gaines is going to come in to replace Rayshawn Edwards. A timeout's going to be called here by Coach Wanda Watkins. 71-64, the lead 7. With one more free throw here coming for Charleston Southern here just in a second as you look at that three-point basket there made by Bratcher. That has been the story of the game, and looking a little bit at the Charleston Southern record book, if you can hear me over the band, this will tie as the 4th highest game in Charleston Southern history for three-pointers made with 16. 2 games have that mark at 17, and one mark back in 2011 is the all-time mark for Charleston Southern. 18 three-pointers made in that one. 16 have been made in this one. Check that. 15 have been made in this one as they have just corrected that. So that would tie it for the 5th place, as that's happened 3 times before, the last time back in 2011 against Southern Wesleyan. But 71-64 the score. And again, Erin Bratcher has attempted 14 three-pointers. That's good for 9th on the all-time list, and three-pointers made. She has made 7. Right now that ties for 4th, which has happened 10 times. And the second free throw up and good, so it's an 8-point game with 1:45 to go. And coming into the game for Charleston Southern is going to be Maximilian as she replaces Jarvis. And Charleston Southern is going to occupy some full court pressure. Elliott's going to bring the ball up the court, guarded by Mann, but not looking to take any chances here. They're trying to give Campbell a free throw or so. Ball inside to James. Turnaround jumper off the rim, no good. Ball is off the hand of a Campbell player, out of bounds to Charleston Southern. And that'll bring Jarvis back into the game, and that will send Maximilian back to the bench. A 30-second timeout called by Coach Wanda Watkins with 1:27 left. Again, down by 8, 72-64. .127 left in this one. Leading scorers for both teams. Charleston Southern, Bratcher, 24 points, 8 of 16 from the floor, 7 of 14 from behind the three-point arc. Followed up by DJ Fowler, who has 15 points on 3 of 10 shooting, but she is also 7 of 10 from the free throw line. And then Tatum Jarvis has 13 points, 4 of 5 from the floor, 3 of 4 from outside the three-point arc. And again, the story of the game, Charleston Southern shooting 47% from behind the three-point arc. That's 15 of 32. As Gaines battles, and a foul is going to be called as Casey Elliott fouls Tatum Jarvis. 70% free throw shooter, and she will go to the line for 2 shots, as that'll put Campbell into the double bonus with 10 fouls. Charleston Southern looking at their 2nd conference win of the year, as that one is up and good, and the lead extended to 9. Second one's no good, but James with the rebound. Campbell needs points and stops. Rosalind Presley will take 2 there. You may need more than that here just momentarily, as Kiera Gaines commits her 4th foul, and DJ Fowler will go to the line for 2.
Campbell foul.
73-66. And Summer Leverett, Kiera Gaines is going to step out. That's her 4th foul. And Dee Brown will come in for her. So for Campbell, Leverett, Elliott, and D. Brown in, 3-point specialists, as the shot from Fowler up and good. Again, that makes it an 8-point game. One more makes it 3 3-pointers, and that one is also good. Elliott across the timeline, 1 minute to go. Brown, nothing there, guarded by Bratcher. Leverett for 3, off the mark. She knew it as soon as she fired it. Ball is going to go out of bounds. It'll be off of Ashley James, and Charleston Southern will get control here as Tatum Jarvis comes back into the game. And Maximilian comes in, or actually goes to the bench. Jarvis, of course, in for her free throw shooting abilities. As the ball comes into Fowler. Guarded by Brown. She'll throw it ahead to Jarvis, and she'll be fouled by Rosalind Presley with 40 seconds to go. You rarely see a performance like this from outside the three-point arc. In the first half, Charleston Southern was 10 of 17. That's 58.8% from outside the three-point arc as Jarvis goes to the line and hits the first. And for the game, the Buccaneers are 15 of 32, 47% from outside the three-point arc as Jarvis hits them both, and she'll go back to the bench. Maximilian comes back in for defensive purposes. Campbell down 11. Pass over the top to Brown. Back to Leverett. She'll get to the rim, and she'll be fouled by Maximilian. She'll go to the line for 2. And again, Jarvis heads to the scorer's table. And in a moment, Maximilian will head back to the bench. Campbell back in action coming up on Saturday as they'll take on Coastal Carolina. As the shot from Leverett hits every part of the rim and then goes tickling through the twine. Makes it a 10-point game. As mentioned, Jarvis and Maximilian to the bench. Leverett back to the line. 46% free throw shooter, but hits them both. Bratcher in, and she's fouled by Elliott, and that will send her to the line for 2. Again, this is a team that on the year has shot 67% from the free throw line. In the first half, they were 2 of 4. In the second half, 14 of 21. So that percentage has risen to 65%, now 17 of 26. As again, Maximilian comes back in, and Tatum Jarvis goes to the sideline. Second one up and good. And again, the lead back out, 2-11. Elliott across the timeline. Presley blocked in the middle by Maximilian. A foul committed by Ashley James as she tried to get a hand in on the rebound on Maximilian. That's going to send Maximilian to the line. And possibly a slight wrench in the plans of Fred Applin. Of course, if Maximilian's at the line, Tatum Jarvis can't come in the game. Nevertheless, that may be and probably is a moot point at this point. Nevertheless, Maximilian hits the first. Only a 25% free throw shooter on the year. As Charleston Southern goes up by 13, 18.6 to go. As that one tipped away there by DJ Fowler with 13.4 left. Charleston Southern is going to go to 2 and 4 in the league, and Campbell will fall to 3 and 3. Leverett for 3. That's too a little strong. She'll get her on rebound back to Elliott. She'll fire a 3, and that's good. Ball in to DJ Fowler, but that's going to do it. Charleston Southern gets the win, 81-71, over the Fighting Camels of Campbell University on an absolute blitz from outside the three-point arc. As the Buccaneers shoot 47%, 15 of 32 from beyond the arc, and that's where your game is won or lost this evening for Charleston Southern. We will take a break, come back with final statistics, our Hardy's player of the game, and a talk with Coach Wanda Watkins after this. Back after this here on the Big South Network, presented by State Farm.
Come see us at Precision Ford, where you can expect more and get more. We're located at 945 North Main Street in Lillington. We have a huge selection of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles for you to choose from, and we service all makes and models. Bring in your Campbell ID and receive a $19.95 oil change. Visit us on the web at precisionford.com. That's Precision Ford, just before the bridge in Lillington.
It's bow time at Bojangles. Our big bow box is large enough to smuggle the other team's mascot. But you didn't hear that from us. Feed the whole group with a 12-piece super tailgate special. You'll get 12 pieces of perfectly seasoned chicken, 6 made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits, 3 picnic fixins, and a half-gallon of Bojangles' legendary iced tea. Hit your tailgating party with the 12-piece super tailgate special. Bojangles, it's bow time.
2 hospitals, 6 physician practices, 7 outpatient centers, and a foundation make up Harnett Health. Harnett Health is committed to providing you with access to care. Access to care means finding a primary care physician when you need one. We're partnering with well-respected physician specialty groups to bring you quality care right here at home. And we have more than 265 credentialed providers on staff. Visit our website at harnetthealth.org and to use our Find a Physician tool to find the doctor you need.
Back here in Bowie's Creek, North Carolina. Again, our final score, Charleston Southern defeats Campbell 81-71 as the Buccaneers of Charleston Southern go to 2-4 on the year in the conference. Campbell falls to 3-3 in the conference. And we will, in just a few minutes, have a talk with head coach Wanda Watkins and our Hardy's player of the game in just a bit. Right now, let's go over our final statistics for you. First for Charleston Southern, led by Erin Bratcher. Read off this line, which you don't hear very often. 8 of 16 from the floor, 7 of 14 from behind the three-point arc. She was 3 of 5 from the charity stripe, had 3 rebounds and 1 assist, no fouls, and played about 35 minutes in the game for Charleston Southern. And an exceptional performance for her, and she will end up in the record books in Charleston Southern. It won't be at the top, but it will be at least in the top 5 with this performance from behind the three-point arc. She's backed up by DJ Fowler, who had 17 points. She was good on 3 of 10 from the floor, 2 of 6 from behind the three-point arc, and 9 of 12 from the free throw line. She had 4 rebounds, 5 assists for Charleston Southern. Then it was Tatum Jarvis with 16 points. She was 4 of 5 from the floor, 3 of 4 from behind the three-point arc, and 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Late as you get a look at some of the highlights from the first half and second half. After that, it was it was Anicia Dodson, normally scoring about 12 points per game. She got in foul trouble in the first half, only played 3 minutes in the first half, and didn't play very much in the second half as well, as she accumulated fouls there as well, accumulating 4 overall. But her offensive production not as needed as much when you have a player like Bratcher that scored 26 points and was good on 7 threes on the night. Nevertheless, Dodson had 8 points. She was good on 3 of 10 shooting, 1 of 5 from three-point range, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Also had 2 rebounds and 1 assist. They were backed up there. Thank you very much. They were backed up there by Monique Maximilian, who had 4 points and 8 boards. Alyssa Mann had 5 points and 2 boards. Kirkpatrick, 3 points on 1 3-pointer, and Rochelle Brophy had 2 points and 3 boards. Leading the pack as far as rebounds are concerned, Monique Maximilian had 8 boards. Leading Charleston Southern, DJ Fowler had 4, and a host of players with 3, 2, and 1. Charleston Southern had 28 boards on the evening, just 14 turnovers and 7 steals, as well as 2 blocks for the Buccaneers overall. Charleston Southern shoots 43.4% from the floor. That is just about 7 points higher than their season average for the year so far. 46.9% though from behind the three-point arc. 15 of 32. They were 10 of 17 in the first half, shooting almost 60% from the long range there, and then 5 of 15. That's just 33%, but still higher than their season average in the second half, and 69% from the free throw line for the entire game. For Campbell University, they win the rebounding battle 35-28. But they were led by Rosalind Presley, who had 26 points. I believe we'll check that. That could be a season high. Let me do the quick math here very quickly. If I find her for points, yes, that is a season and career high for her, as she had 26 points and 7 boards, also 2 assists. She was good on 12 of 17 shots from the floor, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. She was backed up by Kiera Gaines, 13 points, 8 boards on 4 of 11 shooting. She was 5 of 5 from the charity stripe, also 5 assists and 3 steals for the junior from Mechanicsville, Virginia. They were backed up by Casey Elliott, who had 9 points. She was good on 3 of 5 from the three-point line. Also had a couple of rebounds, 2 assists for Campbell. And then backing them up, Heather Beadle with 5 points, good on 2 of 2 from the floor, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And then Ashley James, 4 points on 2 of 5 shooting. She also had 7 boards, 1 assist, 1 block, and 2 steals. Dee Brown held to just 3 points, 1 of 3 from behind the three-point arc, 4 rebounds for the junior from Oklahoma City. She also had 1 assist and 1 steal. And then Rayshawn Edwards, 2 points on 1 of 5 shooting, and Amanda Kofor, 2 points and 1 rebound, 1 of 2 shooting for her as well. She also had a block and an assist in the game. As you get the sky-high view of interesting shots there, guys. From my vantage point, we'll have the other setup here in just a moment. Nevertheless, Campbell shoots 50.9% from the floor, but 29% from the three-point line, as you get the good shot of me now, and 76.9% from the free throw line in the game. Again, Campbell wins the rebounding battle 35-28. Points in the paint goes Campbell's way. They said Coach Watkins said she got to get the short ones. Well, they got 38 points in the paint tonight, outscoring Charleston Southern 38-6 in that matter. Points off turnovers also goes Campbell's way, 17-14. Second chance points goes Campbell's way, 10-9. Fast break points goes Campbell's way, 10-2, and the bench scoring 23-21 in favor of Campbell University. Campbell trailed 36-31 at the halftime break, and was outscored 45-40 in the second half to make it a 10-point margin of victory for the Buccaneers, 81-71. That is the final margin of victory. Charleston Southern goes to 5-9, 2-4 in the Big South Conference, as Campbell falls to 8-7, 3-3 in the Big South Conference. Well, things will get started back up again coming up on Saturday as Campbell takes on Coastal Carolina. It'll be a 1 p.m. start for that particular ball game. We, of course, we'll actually be having a alumni reunion for the women's basketball program that day. So if you're in the area and you are a graduate of this women's basketball program, go ahead and come on back. We'd like to celebrate you, as we're also going to be celebrating the championship teams under Coach Wanda Watkins that have won conference championships and gone on to the NCAA tournament as well. That's coming up again on Saturday as Campbell again takes on Coastal Carolina. A 1 p.m. start. Will be on the air at 12:50 for that one here on the Big South Network. Let's take a break. We'll come back with our Hardy's Player of the Game in just a bit here on the Big South Network, presented by State Farm.
Come see us at Precision Ford, where you can expect more and get more. We're located at 945 North Main Street in Lillington. We have a huge selection of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles for you to choose from, and we service all makes and models. Bring in your Campbell ID and receive a $19.95 oil change. Visit us on the web at precisionford.com. That's Precision Ford, just before the bridge in Lillington.
It's bow time at Bojangles. Our big bow box is large enough to smuggle the other team's mascot. But you didn't hear that from us. Feed the whole group with a 12-piece super tailgate special. You'll get 12 pieces of perfectly seasoned chicken, 6 made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits, 3 picnic fixins, and a half-gallon of Bojangles' legendary iced tea. Hit your tailgating party with the 12-piece super tailgate special. Bojangles, it's bow time.
2 hospitals, 6 physician practices, 7 outpatient centers, and a foundation make up Harnett Health. Harnett Health is committed to providing you with access to care. Access to care means finding a primary care physician when you need one. We're partnering with well-respected physician specialty groups to bring you quality care right here at home. And we have more than 265 credentialed providers on staff. Visit our website at harnetthealth.org and to use our Find a Physician tool to find the doctor you need.
Back here in Bowie's Creek, North Carolina, Bill Priestley here with you as Campbell falls to Charleston Southern 81-71. As again, Charleston Southern goes to 5-9 on the year, 2-4 in the Big South Conference. Campbell goes to 8-7, 3-3 in the Big South Conference, and we should have our Hardee's Player of the Game here momentarily. Nevertheless, let's do our our Hardee's Player of the Game at this point. Hand-breaded buffalo chicken tenders with Frank's hot sauce. That's new at Hardee's. Eat like you mean it. And if we have any Rosalind Presley highlights, guys up in the booth, we can go ahead and run those a little bit anyway. Rosalind Presley, 26 points. She was good on 12 of 17 from the floor, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. She also had 7 boards, 2 assists to her credit, as she basically tried to put this team on her back and bring them back into the ball game. Unfortunately, the points that she was getting down low and inside don't count for 3 points a bucket, and that, of course, was basically the pace that Charleston Southern set in the game, as Erin Bratcher and company, again, shoot 46.9% from outside the three-point arc. Nevertheless, Rosalind Presley, because we're biased, obviously, towards Campbell in this one, Rosalind Presley is our Hardee's Player of the Game. Again, hand-breaded buffalo chicken tenders with Frank's hot sauce. That is new at Hardee's. Eat like you mean it. Again, we hope to have Coach Wanda Watkins out here momentarily to talk about this one. Again, if you look at, again, you get some of the highlights there from the second half. There, the nice layup from Kiara. Well, let's go back and play that one again. The nice layup on this play from Rayshawn Edwards to Kiara Gaines, as she was able to get a layup there as well. Coach Wanda Watkins, if you told me that you were going to shoot 50% from the floor, 30% from behind the three-point line, and 77% from the free throw line, you'd think you would probably have a good chance. And out-rebounded Charleston Southern 35-28. You think you would have a very good chance of pulling out a victory in this one. And unfortunately, when the other team shoots almost a school record from outside the three-point line, and almost 60% in the first half, 46% overall, that's going to make for a tough night as well. We'll take a break and come back in just a moment here on the Big South Network, presented by State Farm.
Come see us at Precision Ford, where you can expect more and get more. We're located at 945 North Main Street in Lillington. We have a huge selection of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles for you to choose from, and we service all makes and models. Bring in your Campbell ID and receive a $19.95 oil change. Visit us on the web at precisionford.com. That's Precision Ford, just before the bridge in Lillington.
It's bow time at Bojangles. Our big bow box is large enough to smuggle the other team's mascot. But you didn't hear that from us. Feed the whole group with a 12-piece Super Tailgate Special. You'll get 12 pieces of perfectly seasoned chicken, 6 made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits, 3 picnic fixins, and a half-gallon of Bojangles' legendary iced tea. Hit your tailgating party with the 12-piece Super Tailgate Special. Bojangles, it's Bo time!
2 hospitals, 6 physician practices, 7 outpatient centers, and a foundation make up Harnett Health. Harnett Health is committed to providing you with access to care. Access to care means finding a primary care physician when you need one. We're partnering with well-respected physician specialty groups to bring you quality care right here at home. And we have more than 265 credentialed providers on staff. Visit our website at harnetthealth.org and to use our Find a Physician tool to find the doctor you need.
Back here in Bowie's Creek, North Carolina, Bill Priestley here with our Hardy's player of the game, Rosalind Presley. And you know, I don't know if you're old enough to remember, but there used to be a player in the NBA by the name of Reggie Miller, and he played for the Indiana Pacers, and he could absolutely stroke it from downtown, much like Erin Bratcher did, unfortunately, tonight for Charleston Southern. But one thing that I think that came out of this one, even though she was able to be so on fire, and that team was able to be on so fire, what really got me was the way that you all simply battled back. After every single bucket, you were right down the floor, and usually you were on the end of a receiving pass where you could get an easy bucket. And it was remarkable to see the resilience. Unfortunately, we just couldn't quite come back all the way.
Yeah, I mean, we got to keep fighting. Like, we got to keep battling. I mean, unfortunately, she did have the hot hand tonight, but I mean, we couldn't just tuck our tails because it could have ended real ugly. So we just have to make sure that we fought hard and try to get baskets on the other end.
You know, when you shoot 51% from the game, 30% from outside the three-point arc, you outscore your opponent 38-6 in the paint, and you out-rebound them 35-28. I bet 99 out of 100 coaches say you win.
Yeah.
Every statistic, just about every statistic goes your way. So, I mean, obviously it's got to feel good to at least play better along those lines. Obviously, it's not going to feel as good because of the loss, but what do you take away from this positively?
Well, positively, our shooting has been down the previous games before this one, and we did shoot, what,
51 from the floor.
And that's positive, and the fact that we out-rebounded them and scored in the paint. And, I mean, we did a lot of positive things, and like you said, like 9 out of 10 times with stats like that, you would win a ball game. But unfortunately, we fell a little short on the stick, but it's all right because we did see positive sides from this game.
Quick turnaround to Coastal Carolina coming up Saturday. Anything? You're just trying to keep on keeping on, and hopefully we don't run into someone who shoots 60% from 3.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, we can't tuck our tails and sulk about this loss. I mean, we're all hurting because we know that we should have won, but I mean, we got to go into practice tomorrow, prepare for Coastal, go in with our chins up, or it could end ugly. But I mean, Coastal, they're sitting high and pretty right now, and it's no better time than to get them.
Absolutely, and we have seen a lot of parity in this league so far. And Rosalind, I know this one hurts, but we'll get them on Saturday, okay?
Definitely.
All right. Thanks again. Let's go ahead and get your coach in here as well. Coach Wanda Watkins is going to join us here momentarily. Again, Campbell on the south end of an 81-71 loss to the Buccaneers of Charleston Southern. And Coach, as we bring you in here, I mentioned this in our post-game interview, or basically our post-game stat report. If you shoot 51% from the floor, 30% from outside the three-point arc, and 77% from the free throw line, you out-rebound your opponent 35-28. You outscore them in the paint 38-6. Probably 99 out of 100 coaches are going to say you're going to win.
Yeah, you know, I really, you know, and I talk with our team. Of course, I'm frustrated because you know, we didn't get this thing, and but I thought that there were a lot of things that we rebounded and we did better. And for us, you know, we're having to go game by game right now. We're having to look at everything, and you've got to measure it when you do have improvement. And certainly we didn't get the results that we wanted in the game tonight, but we met 7 of our 11 goals, and I don't ever remember in my coaching here at Campbell meeting 7 goals and not winning the basketball game. But I think the difference in the game tonight was their three-point shooting, particularly in the first half, and those 15 three-pointers is what, you know, just made it so difficult. We shot close to 60% in the second half. We shot well from the free throw line. We distributed the ball well. I thought we consistently made turnovers throughout the game, too, though, that were costly. And if you look at that and then you look at the number of three-point shots that we gave up, a lot that were very contested. I mean, I have to tip my hat to Charleston Southern. I mean, I thought their kids really, I don't know what more he could get out of those kids than he got out of those kids tonight. And, I mean, they played a great game.
Hey, you're going to see, we checked the Charleston Southern record book, and that's going to go down as one of the top 5 performances by the team and by Erin Bratcher as far as that's concerned. You ran into a buzzsaw as far as that's concerned. But now, looking forward, quick turnaround. Coastal Carolina, and as Rosalind Presley mentioned just a few minutes ago, you know, they're riding high and in a perfect spot to be picked off. If with the parity in this league, as you've already mentioned, it could be anybody's night anytime.
Well, you know, that's what I'm trying. Our kids are really down right now. We're all frustrated a bit coming off these 3 losses, but tonight was a much more improved performance by our team than what we've had in the 2 previous games, and we've got to keep playing it forward, you know, and they are the team that has the biggest target on their back right now, and one of the biggest targets on their back right now. And you know, they're up there tied for the first place spot, and anything can happen. We just got to make sure that we're ready to go and that we're ready to play, and that hopefully we can come out here and finish the way we did tonight, and hopefully they won't be as hot as Charleston Southern's Bratcher was tonight. It was an unbelievable performance by her, and you know, we tried a little bit of everything with it, but I do think we rebounded, made some adjustments, and it was better in the second half. But at some point you got to figure somebody's going to cool off a little bit the way she was shooting. Yeah, they were shooting a three-point shot. Yeah.
Looking at this game, one thing that I mentioned with Rosalind, that it looked like every time you came back in and you had a chance, you cut it to 5 or 4, they would always answer, but it was always immediate that you came back down the floor. Roz would get a close bucket by, and the resiliency of this team, especially in positions when they're getting in tight situations, looks a lot more fluid, a lot more confident. And obviously it didn't work out in the end in this particular game, but as every blow came to you, every blow was being redistributed right back on the other end of the floor.
Yeah, well, our kids are fighters, you know, and we want to make sure that we're always fighting till the very end. There's always hope, and so I was pleased to see that. I do think occasionally in critical situations where we were beginning to chip that lead down a little bit, that sometimes we made careless mistakes that were not always good. But, you know, Roz played like a true veteran out there tonight. She's really given a lot of consistency, which is what we need more and more of. And I thought Casey Elliott had a great floor game tonight. You know, she's one of the most coachable kids I've ever, you know, been around, and I just love working with her, and I thought we got a really good floor game out of her tonight. You get everything you can out of her on every given night, and KG was up and down and all around, and, you know, still have 13 points and 8 rebounds, didn't shoot the ball as well as I think she can, and she will down the stretch. But all that will work its way out. We just got to keep these kids positive and come back into practice tomorrow ready to go and take this out on Coastal when they come to town.
Yeah, I think that's probably due for the team as well. Coach, I know this was going to be a bitter pill, but we'll see it again on Saturday, and hopefully things will go differently against Coastal.
Thank you so much, Bill.
All right, Coach Wanda Watkins here joining us as we close the book on this one. Again, Campbell, 10-point loss here to Charleston Southern, 81-71 as Campbell falls to 8-7, 3-3 in the Big South Conference. Again, Charleston Southern goes to 5-9, 2-4 in the Big South Conference. And again, we'll be back in action coming up on Saturday as Campbell takes on Charleston Southern. It is a 1 p.m. start with the alumni reunion. If you are a graduate or if you know of a graduate of the women's basketball program, to bring them by here or to come by yourself. And, of course, they'll be celebrated here as well at halftime, as well as some of the championship teams that Coach Warren Watkins has had over the course of the past 32 years. Again, that's a 1 p.m. start. And then the team is on the road as they go to Gardner-Webb and Presbyterian on the 16th and 18th, and then back home on the 23rd to take on Winthrop. Again, big one coming up on Saturday. Hope you can be with us here in Bowie's Creek. If not, join us here on the Big South Network. That's going to do it for us here in Bowie's Creek. For all of us, this is Bill Priestley saying so long. We'll see you Saturday as Campbell takes on Coastal Carolina here on the Big South Network, presented by State Farm.
Okay, let me go upstairs. All right. Good job, Bill. Think you'd be all good for tomorrow? I mean, all you're doing is calling the action. I'm not. Okay.